Hi, and welcome back to this series on web development. Today we'll just be discussing a few more concepts and some of the tools we'll need to start developing websites. Firstly, you'll need some kind of editor like Notepad on Windows, although I would really recommend Notepad++ since it does support multiple languages and text highlighting, which makes reading and writing source code a lot easier. But I'll be using Vim since it is an editor that is available across platform and I just really like it. To be able to create a Vim document in Linux, you just type the command Vim and give the document a name, like web.html. We add the .html extension since it tells the Vim editor that everything inside of this document will be HTML related script. When you're in Vim, you can just press the I key to be able to start typing stuff like HTML. And there we get the text highlighting, which is really nice. To be able to quit, you just press escape, WQ for write quit. Next, you'll need a few web browsers, and a few, since like we discussed last time, web browsers can react differently to web pages, although they've gotten a lot better at not doing that anymore. But in Chrome and most web browsers, you can press Ctrl Shift and I to get to developers tools. Now, don't worry too much about what most of this stuff means. Just keep this in mind since it helps you understand how the web browser sees your code and it can help you troubleshoot a lot of stuff when it doesn't appear the way it should. Lastly, I want you to start thinking about the kind of web page that you'd want to start developing as we progress through this series. What do you want it to be about? What do you want it to tell people or teach people? But that brings up a concept known as wireframing. Wireframing is pretty much just a document that you will use to plan out how your web page looks and how it interacts with itself and other web pages or other parts of your website. It's mostly used in larger organizations, but if you and friends are working on a web page, it is really nice to keep track of who needs to do what and where. And lastly, you can start thinking about how it will be published, but we'll get a lot more in detail with that later on in the series. But you can either host your own web server, or you can use some kind of service that will publish the web page for you. But for now, thank you so much for viewing, and I'll see you in the next video.